Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tanya June Moore. Welcome back to the Sedona International Film Festival 2020 live stream. I have a live wire in the seat with me today. This film festival brings out the best in so many, so thanks for being here. I want to say thank you first to our sponsors, the Sedona Advertising Agency, Broadcast Rentals, and the Sedona Rouge for making this live stream in this media room possible. Thank you. Okay, like you need an introduction, but please introduce yourself and your film.
Oh my. All right, well, I'm Dan Guerrero, or if you can roll your R's, Guerrero. And my film is titled GAYTINO, Made in America. Does that intrigue you?
It totally intrigues me. Your personality intrigues me. You've been here at the film festival here in Sedona Film Festival for a couple of days now. What's your experience been like here?
You know, this is going to sound like a paid commercial, and it is not, honestly. This festival is not kidding. I mean, this is my ninth, because the film is quite new. I only started submitting to film festivals mid-year, last year. And this is my ninth, and not to insult anybody else, but nobody touches, maybe Cannes, but nobody touches the film festivals like Sedona. It's amazing. First of all, they treat the filmmakers like gold. They really do. They do everything. Every time you turn around, there's a volunteer, there's someone to help you. There's lunches, there's VIP lounges. It's so well organized. It's huge. It's big, you know. And then, of course, the content. You know, the films, a tremendous diversity, you know, all genres and social justice films and LGBTQ films and age, women, all genres, you know, it's very diverse. The film, and you're trying to be in 4 places at once, because of course there's 4 or 5 films at the same time, which is why they very cleverly have done 2 screenings. So hopefully between the 2 you can see them, and yeah, it's a biggie. It really is, and I'm so honored to have been selected.
Well, and how was that phone call or that email that you got back? Were you happy with that?
Happy? There are no words. You know how when people get Oscar nominated, and what did you do? Oh, I ran the room and I jumped on my bed and I screamed. Very much like that. Yes, you know, you submit to a lot of festivals because you don't know which you're going to get into. Competition is fierce, and my film is really an odd animal, you know, because it's not a feature film in the traditional sense. GAYTINO is a play. A piece of documentary theater is what they call it, because it's autobiographical. And it traces Chicano history, Mexican-American history, and the gay experience as I lived it over more than 6 decades.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there, because after this trailer, we're going to get into that a little bit.
Okay, sounds good.
So let's get the audience on board with this trailer. I think you're going to really enjoy it.
New York City. Central Park. We'll get to that later. East Los Angeles, the late 1940s. Truman is in the White House and I'm in the 3rd grade. I'll hold while you count the rings around my neck. Maricón. Hey, queer. I can't move. Everybody's looking at me. I wish I were invisible. Basically, a Chicano is a Mexican-American who is not kidding. We arrive in New York City, Valentine's Day 1962, during a snowfall after a 12-hour all-night flight on a prop.
5, 6, 7, 8, and turn, back step. This isn't working. You gotta give me more. 5, 6, 7, 8.
The gay mecca of the East Coast Fire Island. On this small tip of Long Island, I see for the first time men walking hand in hand, like it's the most natural thing in the world. I become disco slut. Studio 54, Liza, Bianca, Warhol. He writes about Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta founding the United Farm Workers Union. I jump into the Latino community with a vengeance. Dad wants to know once and for all if his eldest son is gay, and Carlos spills his guts for the price of a burrito. Yo soy Chicano, señores.
nací al lado americano. Para México soy pocho. Y ahí los guacho.
Okay, first question out of my mouth. Please let the audience know your true age.
Well, this October I will be 80. Wow. 80.
So, out there, if you're watching this, we can be as vibrant for as long as we choose.
As long as you have heavy drugs.
Yes.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, but that's a big part of it too.
Yes.
You know, this is really the intersection of the Mexican-American Chicano community and the gay community. But it also, one of the things is my age. I wrote the play when I was 65, 66 years old. I had never written a play. I had not performed on stage in 35 years, since an off-Broadway show in 1970 something or other. So it made perfect sense I would write a solo show, you know what I mean? So I started writing and writing and writing. I didn't know what I took a couple of classes on how to write a solo show, and all they did was confuse me. I thought, I'm just going to write like I talk, and so I wrote it. And then I did a couple of readings, and people, had notes, and I added and worked. And then somebody heard about it in L.A., a wonderful performance space in in Santa Monica. And they said, would you do 3 performances? And the little light bulb went off for the first time. I said, do I have to memorize this? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. And I really didn't know if I could. The play is 90 minutes. The film is 75. But the play was 90 minutes. That's a lot of talking.
Mm-hmm. And to keep people engaged for 90 minutes.
Yeah. That's the thing. In doing a solo piece, it's hard to hit the 3 things, because I started going to every solo piece there was. Of course, John Leguizamo is the king of it. Mm-hmm. But, I'd go to all of them, and sometimes they would be incredibly well written, but poorly performed. The person just didn't keep your interest. Or else they were wonderful and they were engaging, but it wasn't a very well written play. It's hard to pull it all together, but hopefully I did. So anyway, that started it, and I've been performing it all over the country for really 7, 8 years. But 2, 3 performances a year is all, because I'm a producer and director. So I produce something at the Kennedy Center, or I direct something for LA Opera, and I don't, all of a sudden I get a call, oh yeah. And I get on the plane, I haven't done it in 4 months. I'm looking at the script, trying to get it back in my body,
yes.
And every time it's like the first time. Mm-hmm. And so I was getting to an age when I thought, I can't be schlepping anymore to North Dakota to do this play. So I wanted to film it, and I did. So now I can sit back and just do screenings.
So you've had a screening here?
I had one, yes.
And how was it?
It was wonderful. It was wonderful. People, it's so funny because, of course, I've seen it 18,000 times. And I'm sitting there, and the audience is there, and I'm sitting there going, I wonder if it's too long. Oh my gosh, I'm barely moving to New York. Are they interested? I wonder if they think I'm boring. I'm sitting there the whole time, every time. And I was telling Lainey Kazan that yesterday. Lainey is here
yes.
with that wonderful Jewish dog story, just marvelous, that Lynn Roth did. And I'm telling that to Lainey. She goes, we always do that.
Yes.
I said, that's true. It's just ridiculous. But I think it's good because it keeps you on your game.
Yes.
I
keeps
think
you young.
Best I can. Yeah. So.
All right. So we know that GAYTINO.com is where we can find the film.
GAYTINO.com, and the next screening is Wednesday at the Harkins.
Yes.
4:30 or
4:20. I think.
4:20, something
yes.
like that.
Yes.
Yeah. It's really engaging,
yes.
if I have to say so myself.
Get your tickets. It's a ton of fun. And it tells a really beautiful story of your own hero's journey. And how does it get any better than that, right?
And I do want to say that it is fun, and because primarily I wanted to write an entertainment. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, there's serious history there.
Yes.
You get educated, but the best way to educate is to entertain. Mm-hmm. You don't want to lecture people.
That's right.
So there's, it's yin and yang, but I hope they like it. I'll be sitting there going, is this boring? Do they think it's too long? Do they like it? That's what I'll be doing.
Ask him great questions. He's so much fun. I could talk to you all day long.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for
See you at
being
the
here.
screening.
Yes.
All right.
And we will catch you in just a few minutes after the break with another live stream and a great filmmaker. And Miss Carol is going to come in and relieve me for the afternoon, and I will talk to you tomorrow.